I love you, man. When was the last time you said those words? Or the last time you heard them? It could be a better world if we all did that a little more often. Oh, and also, you need to reclaim the pink! So then, let's talk about our birthright, the color pink. Up until about the 1900s, most people dressed babies in white, gender neutral, easy to bleach. Shortly thereafter, marketing teams decided to look at a color wheel. The three primaries: red, blue, yellow. Red is a lot like blood. Tells you to stop. Brake lights, signs. It's strong, demands attention. Trying to sell it to mothers gave birth to the concept that boys would one day be men. So pink makes the most sense with us. It's the color of vitality, of danger, of rebellion. Meanwhile, blue is calming, like a tranquil heaven above, like the ocean, giving life and moving in cycles. And there's yellow. It can go to anybody who truly wants to embrace madness. It's not a good color. Speaking of, rest in power, Spirit Airlines. So, in this video, we're going to briefly discuss how gendered colors are dumb AF, but even if they weren't, how we had pink first, and then we'll also briefly discuss YouTube using AI to crack down on AI channels. Irony might be present here. Who knows? Men are not a monolith. We come in all forms and fashions, but a near universal rule that we all live by is this: don't ever let anyone, man or woman, tell you what a man is. We are not one thing. Beyond that, though, men do not listen when those words are spoken. Nor should we. Ever. Let us look to history, and who really holds dominion over what here. Let's look first at long hair. Delilah doth tell a lie, my dude. Costumes on stage. Ancient Greece was all over this, and makeup and the whole nine was ours by birthright. Now you may be saying, hey CJ, that's me, hey, you may be saying, that's only because the Greeks didn't let women on stage. Well, Venn diagram agrees. We are both correct. Gendered colors have only been around for about 100 years now. Now, I'm a YouTuber. Let's talk briefly about YouTube. I have a handy little trick for you. Only works on your iPhone. On the app itself, you need headphones. So what you do is you play a vid, then you open another app. It'll reduce the size of your screen. Move that screen to the sides, close your phone, hit play on your headphones, and suddenly, you got you an audio player. You'll still have to go visual for the ads, but I use it as I can't keep my eyes fixed on any one thing for too long. Thanks, ADHD. That's a legit thank you that time. It's a stage 1 clinger to get tricked by a color, man. Fortunate for us, we don't have that problem with race. Can you imagine? Before moving on, just another quick reminder to not like or sub to anything that's subpar. In fact, go unsub to those who use it. Your engagement is your vote. And don't ever let anyone tell you that it doesn't matter. If it didn't, no one would try to rig the game. Some men love to stack the deck. Cheaters love to cheat. Leopard with stripes and all that. Lady Luck, though, she will always get hers in the end. They say the house always wins, but where do you think Luck hangs her damn hat? Any like or sub that I get means more because I let you exercise free will. That's what men do. A little bit more on YouTube stuff. AI is currently active in looking over YouTube for low effort, repetitive mind rot. If it adds no value or is too by the numbers, the hammer will fall. So not all of these bans are based on fact, and that's kind of the issue with going by the numbers. There are more than a few. Well, you know what? Art don't play that game, homie. Looks like YouTube is starting to nod as well. Game on. So, what I think YouTube is really doing here is an attempt to protect both their pipeline And the bottom one, you can't program creativity, much like you can't program a truly random number generator. I asked Alexa, and it said I was absolutely right for like the billionth time. All things have limits. Machines are part of this rule. One cannot make a machine bored. And that's kind of the missing link. Humans are capable of boredom. We've forgotten it, but it's there. So much so that we start asking which color represents us simply to pass the time. We go from there. Now then, YouTube makes more money than almost any other company from an online dominance perspective. Top spot above them is Google search. The bread and the butter. They don't want to pay for any garbage that can be churned out with a prompt text. It's not creative, it's output. And AI does love to put out. Pink. It's like red, but not quite. And I think everything is going to be exactly. Ultimately, I think a lot of the seams of AI's limits are beginning to creep up. It's similar to that snake eating itself meme. Nom nom. Life copies art. Yeah, so does AI. It doesn't just copy, though. Artificial intelligence stunts the very thing it needs to get better. Irony is fun, if not always funny. When we use AI to overly streamline our lives, it tends to also do that with our thoughts. And most vital of all, to our creativeness. You're starting to see the impacts here on the platform. Also, almost forgot this bit. The irony of me bashing AI while growing a small channel, all the while it is out there actively making creators be original, is not lost on me. My opponent has chosen the terrain. So be it. Maybe a good thing to start asking for each vid that we consume is, does this add real value? Or is it just what we've been told is what's made for us? Food for thought, at least. Look, I'm not here to tell you what to do. That's AI's whole bit. My role is to give you a new angle, simply to view things through. No human is absolutely right, despite what the little black circle that sits on my counter may say. I learned a couple of things during investing, gambling options. One thing I thought was a rule etched in marble was that the US government cannot ever afford to let an airline fail. It's kind of a whole infrastructure security thing. Letting them fail would mean eventually cascading downfall. Jet fuel has been going up in a straight line on any recent chart you look at. I don't usually ask a question unless I have a reason. Legit, I finally do. This is about engagement, but also trying to remind us about a good icebreaker with one simple question. What are your two favorite colors? Not trying to crack your passwords here, although AI is probably on that too. A simple question we were all more aware of when we were younger. Mine are red and green. There's wisdom in the past, and it costs us nothing to inquire, except perhaps a little ego. Also, it's good to remember that we can look at the same thing and see different things. The doom spiral here is truly born from us accepting that colors represent teams, and that we can be divided by something as small as that. If we were blind, it wouldn't be an issue. Never forget, the eyes are the youngest of the senses. Vision is easy to fool. Blink hard, though. Give things a second look. And a hard listen. All right, boys and girls, that about wraps up this one. Thanks for your time. Get good rest. Remember to hydrate. Consume something green if you can. Make good choices. And don't die. Colorblind people really think the rest of us are beyond extra.